Hey everyone, this is Ross, and this is a quick update video on the pond because a lot of people have been asking about it lately. I keep telling them nothing ever really changes with this pond, but I'll show you it anyways. The big changes are probably going to be happening next spring because it's getting a bit cooler now and I'm not in the garden as much. And if I was to put new plants in, they'd just die off before winter. So yeah, I'm going to be putting a lot of new plants in next spring. New water lilies, because these ones I think might be dwarf water lilies and they haven't had a bloom this year and they just look really bad. So next year I'm actually going to go to a garden centre and buy fully grown normal water lilies with flower on, if I can find them. So I'll do that next spring. And yeah, I'm not really going to be changing much. Still got a bit of an algae problem. I can't really seem to get rid of it in this pond. It just gets too much sunlight. So next year I'm thinking about getting a UV sterilizer to kill off all the algae, and it'll kill off some of the parasites and things too. I've made a few changes around the pond edges. Here I've planted a creeping plant. I've got some there and one there, and it's very fast growing, and the plan is it'll just take over this whole area and hopefully kind of grow into the pond and mask the edges of the liner. I might get some more for along there because the edge of that liner just looks terrible. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I also planted 3 new spider plants. They're just cuttings off my large one, little baby spider plants. I know Mike Milky likes them a lot, so there you go, Mike. They're a bit brown because I actually rooted them in my filter, so they're not getting as much water as they did in the filter, but it should come back fine. The acer tree is doing well, and I'm not sure if I told you in the last video, but I planted that fern and that's doing quite well as well. So yeah, everything's doing fine around the pond. I kind of see 2 shabunkins swimming around there. They're the only 2 fish I can find. I think all the other fish have been eaten by a bird. So next year I'm going to have to put a net over the pond. I mentioned this in the last video, they just disappeared, so I don't think it's a cat, because cats will usually kind of bring it onto the path and then eat it and leave the skeleton behind, or the head or the tail. So I don't think a cat would have brought all the fish in here back home. I think a cat would have really just ate it here. I can't find any bodies along this path. So that leads us to think it was a bird that ate the fish, because birds tend to bring the food back to the nest to feed the babies. So yeah, next year I'm going to get a net for this. It was fine for like 2 years, this pond. It didn't have a net on. I've had 1 death of a bird in like 2 years. So I thought the birds weren't really interested, but a heron or a stork might have flew over and seen them, and it just took its chance to eat them all. So yeah, I've only got 2 shabunkins left. Next spring I'm going to be getting a net, and hopefully I'm going to be restocking this pond with a goldfish fry that I'm raising. So yeah, it's not too positive on the fishing here. So yeah, I'll take you over here to the bog area. Water iris is going crazy. This plant is native to the UK. It's native to some parts of America. It's kind of found all around the world. So yeah, I just got some of that in, hardy. It survives the winter. Just kind of dies back down in the winter and it grows back in the summer. I love irises. Ludwigia on the pond doing absolutely great. Here's a good piece. I talked about this in a video the other day. It's actually grown as a marginal plant, which is how it's found in nature. There's some there, and here's a piece. So as you can see, it's bright red. So that's healthy Ludwigia. I mean, it isn't warmest this time of year, but it's still doing okay. I'm going to take it in winter though. So yeah, bright red. I'm loving the Ludwig here. So yeah, stuff in the bog area has really taken off. I finally thought of a way to get rid of the algae in here. The algae is caused by excess nutrients and too much light. So I thought, how can I reduce excess nutrients and too much light? And I noticed this duckweed in the pond the other day. So I'm just going to let that spread. Most people say it is a pest. Some people love it. But I'm going to give it a try this time. I don't usually like duckweed, but I'm just going to let it completely take over the pond. It isn't going to look too nice, but I think it's better than having an algae infestation. So I'm going to let it take over. I'm going to take some in spring just in case it dies off. And every week or so I'm just going to get a big net and kind of fish it out. Give some of it away just to people that I know. And have like a small window here so you can see the fish. And if about 60% of the pond is covered, then I don't think I should get any algae problems. So I'm going to give duckweed a try. I know it's risky, but I'll give it a go. Got some Ludwigia there as well. Super healthy. So yeah, that's all I can really say about the pond at the minute. So if you like this video, then please leave a nice comment, please like the video, and please subscribe. Leave your opinion as well. Thanks, bye.